Looking at the WZA snatch test that we have on Friday the 4th of November. This was a workout they used in their qualifiers just recently. I apologize if you just did that, like I said, this is not the worst qualifier workout that you're ever going to have to repeat, I'm sure. But I think because we've done so many touch and go reps recently, this will be a really good test of our sort of maximal strength in touch and go. The workout is that you have that 5-minute window to do a set of 7 unbroken snatches, also a set of 5 and also a set of 3. You can miss in that time, but you can't go on to the next one until you've completed a set of 7, a set of 5 and a set of 3. But I want to talk a little bit more about warming up for events like this. Because we just have that 5 minutes, we need to be accurate, so we need a good warm up. And what we usually see what I usually see in events like this, where you're going to do heavy, is people do not enough light build-up sets focused on movement patterns, and they do too much building to heavy singles or building heavy because they're a little bit stressed about what weight you're actually going to lift. So this is a 5-minute test. I think you would be spending somewhere around 20 minutes building up to this, and 15 minutes of that would be below 50% of your 1 rep max snatch. And let's say your first set here might be somewhere around the 60 to 70% mark. I'm not up in those higher end percentage ranges until my last sort of 5 minutes of the warm-up. I'm spending all of the first 15 minutes with an empty barbell or very light loads, making sure that the movement pattern of a snatch is drilled in, that I feel great with an empty barbell, I feel great with a light to moderate load, I'm moving the bar really well. I don't want to go too heavy too soon, tax my nervous system, you have a come down, and then you can't get yourself going again for the actual test. So I spent 15 minutes with some light weights and an empty barbell. My body feels really good. Let's say, for example, this 70, I want to do it 70 kilos. In my warm-up, I would probably test some sets of 3 to 5 reps at that first weight. Maybe I would do that 1, perhaps 2 times. I would also have a good think about what I wanted my second weight to be, because I'm pretty in control of that as well, what my second weight to be. So let's say that's going to be 80. I would do a couple of sets of 2 or 3. At this point, I'm going to make some decisions. Are these the right opening 2 weights to use? Can I push it a few extra kilos? Do I need to go down a few extra kilos? I would save the 3 reps that you're going to do as a on-the-spot decision. If you're going with a bit too much of a strict plan, if something goes wrong, it's very hard to adapt in that situation. So if you go in, you hit your 7, you have your plan to hit your 5. If the 7 felt amazing, you can adjust that 5 if you need to. If it didn't feel great, you need to come down a little bit, or you don't even need to increase. You hit the 5, and then the 3, you need to be able to make a decision at that point based off feel. What do I want to go for now for that 3? So key takeaways: warm up for a long time with an empty barbell and a light weight. Warm up for a short amount of time at heavier loads, just enough to have a good idea of what you're going to attack in the workout. And then when you get into the 5 minutes, being accurate, being focused so you don't make any silly mistakes, and being able to adapt on the fly to how the weight feels in that given moment, and being confident enough to make decisions about what your next weight is going to be.